You might remember the chaotic scenes at the Champions League final in Paris back in May. Liverpool fans who had travelled to see the clash with Real Madrid were trapped in dangerous conditions for hours outside the stadium before kick-off, and footage showed some being pepper sprayed. Now an official report has been released looking into what happened and who's to blame. Catherine Nash joins us now. Catherine, what does this report say then?
Well, Tessa, this is a really damning report, but a report that exonerates Liverpool fans who were blamed by French authorities for much of that disruption. But it's clear that they actually had nothing to do with it. It found a number of failures at that match, from ticketing systems that were unsuitable, meaning that stewards were simply overwhelmed with people trying to get through the gate. There was no system in place to detect fake tickets either, because that was a big problem that day as well. Not enough police officers were on shift. There was an outdated vision of what British football fans were like, so police were prepared for hooligans to arrive rather than welcoming fans into the stadium. The use of tear gas was deemed as an aggressive method of dispersal, and there was inadequate transport as well to get fans to and from the stadium. So when you weigh all that up and you look at that picture, you can see just what a chaotic and terrifying experience it must have been for fans. Well, earlier we spoke to a man called Ted Morris. He's in a wheelchair. He was at the match that day and he told us exactly what he saw.
When the police started deploying the tear gas, they deployed it on 6-year-old autistic kids separated from the parents, supporters in wheelchairs. A blind man was separated from his guide, whose ticket had gone through the turnstile. A blind man's genuine ticket wouldn't scan. It was like being part of a horror movie. And I've been everywhere. I've lived in Naples, Roma. I've seen everything over the years, but never seen anything like that.
So a really terrible time for Ted and many others like him. Are there going to be changes made as a result of this report?
Well, changes have already started to be made, actually. Last month, at the very same stadium, there was a match against Denmark, and there were hundreds more officers on shift that day. And organisers of other big sporting events, like the Rugby World Cup that's going to be held there next year, and in 2 years' time, the Olympic Games, they're also looking at ways to tighten up security. But I think for Liverpool fans, the events on that 28th of May aren't going to be forgotten, really. The club has said that it's aware that there were lots of children at that match, children who now probably won't want to go to another match in their life after seeing what they've seen. So what they're doing is that they're offering those children, along with an adult, a free ticket to a game at Anfield against Strasbourg as not only a kind gesture, but to show them really that not all football matches are like the one they experienced that day.
OK, Catherine, thanks for the update.